Hey there, Roy Ice, Master Certified Life Coach here to help you in this video understand what do you need to do in your session and what is the framework. It's all based upon an acronym called Go Learn. Watch us and win with us. So, what do you need to do in your session and what is the framework to make sure that within your 1 hour sessions that you are getting your client to the highest level of success? Well, the ICF, the International Coaching Federation, actually set up a framework that I use. Most life coaches that use this framework will alter it maybe a little bit, but for the most part, we stick to this as closely as we can. It's all based upon an acronym called Go Learn. And so each one of these letters, it's kind of easy for you to make sure and remember, am I doing everything that I need to? And so just remember these things. I'm going to go through them as quickly as I can, and I'm actually going to do a separate video on the E of Go Learn because that one's a little bit more complex, and that's actually where a lot of the magic happens during your sessions. But if you were to go through the word Go Learn, G starts with, of course, greeting. You want to greet your client in a professional way, but you don't want to spend too much time. A lot of people get stuck in this, or how was your day, how was your week? And if people start really going into story in this part, and especially if you as a life coach start going into story in this section, you are wasting your client's time. You really only want to spend about 4 minutes on average in the greeting. How you doing? You ready to go? I'm excited to meet with you, and we're going to have a really powerful session. If they ask you how your day is going, please don't say, oh, let me tell you about it, because you want to start out on a positive note. You don't want them to think, oh, wow, my coach has more problems than I do. You want them to be in a fresh state of mind, ready to make advances in their life. And so please, please, please don't spend the greeting time talking about how horrible or how busy you are or all that stuff. You're doing amazing. They're going to do amazing. That's your mindset going in. Now, the O of Go Learn stands for ownership. And the very first session, you really won't use this the same way that you do sessions 2 through 6 if you're doing a 6-week package for your client. The ownership, at the beginning, I actually use that time to talk about what this session is. Life coaching is different from counseling, it's different from therapy, and it's even different from life consulting. And so what you want to help them understand at the beginning is what you bring to the table and what they bring to the table. I always let them know at the beginning, you have all the answers that will solve every single problem that you have. Your job is to bring all the answers. You own them. I'm the coach that has the life-changing questions. And the fun partnership that we're going to have together is going to help you realize, oh my word, I didn't realize I had all the answers. I just needed to put it together in an action plan. And so at the very beginning, the very first session, just communicate with them about what this partnership is going to be like. In sessions 2 through 6, ownership is, okay, in our action plan, we decided you were going to try these 2 or 3 things based upon your answers in the last session. How did it go? What things do we need to alter, pivot, polish to make sure that in this session, our action plans will truly respond to what the real world is telling you your solutions need to pivot or be polished? And so the ownership in sessions 2 through 6 is really you circling back and saying, how did it go? Now, just understand in this part of the Go Learn, you'll get a lot of excuses. Just understand, expect it. You're going to get excuses from your client. Excuses are the enemy of greatness. And so you don't want to let your client live in that. Just acknowledge it and say, oh, okay, we had that. Well, let's deal with that today. So that's GO. So what's the L? L stands for layout. And layout is really, what are the objectives? What does your client really want? What is something that they want to work on in that session? Now, your beginning client, the first session will probably have this really big issue that they want to resolve. And through that first session, you'll start breaking it down into smaller pieces. So in each session during the layout, you will be asking the question, so what do you want to work on? Okay, that's kind of big. What's one area of this challenge that you think we should tackle first? And you start taking notes in some of the issues that they say, because perhaps they'll have 3 or 4, 5, 10 different things that are issues. And so what you will do during the layout section, which by the way is about 6 minutes. The O, the ownership, is about 5 minutes. So it's easy to remember. G, 4 minutes. O, 5 minutes. The L, 6 minutes. And you'll spend about 6 minutes on average going through, okay, so this is the issue that you want to have some success, whether it's relationally, the finances, whether it's an accomplishment, something at work or something at home, whatever it is. During the layout, 6 minutes, you're going to decide, okay, this is what we'll spend the remainder of our hour finding solutions to. So that's GOL. Now we're to the E. E is where you will spend the most amount of time. It's 30 minutes, and this is where you explore. E stands for explore, and this is where you as the coach will ask a lot of questions. I'm going to have another video just on the explore section because it's so complex, and I don't want you to get bogged down in this session right here. So definitely watch this video, which will deal with the explore section of your life coaching sessions. Now, the next section of your life coaching session is A in Go Learn, and that stands for action plan. This is where you take everything from the explore section and you say, okay, so based on what you've said, based on all of these ideas that you've come up with of how to find success in this area that you're kind of stuck, there are 2 or 3 different things that we could do right now. In the next 7 days, between now and our next session, there are some things that we can commit to. This is our action plan. And this is where you as a life coach will lead them into, okay, well, you said this and this and this. What out of these things, what are 2 or 3 action steps that you think that you could do over the next 7 days? And, be honest with yourself. Don't be too pie in the sky. Don't take it all on. Let's just look at 2 or 3 different actions that you could do in order to find success in this area or to start to chip away, to eat away that elephant that's in the room. What can you do to begin moving forward and feel some forward momentum? And so during the action plan stage, this is where you will help them commit to 1, 2, or 3 different action plan steps. And this needs to be very concrete. It needs to be things that comes from them. It cannot come from you. If you give them ideas of what to do as action steps and action plans, I'm telling you, they're 80% more likely to not do it than if they come up with it. So be really patient during this time. This will be about 11 minutes of your session on average, but be very patient to make sure that whatever they decide as action plans, it comes from them, not from you. Otherwise, they're very unlikely. When you get back to the next session and you get to the ownership part, the O of Go Learn, they're going to hem-haw around and, well, I didn't feel like it was the right time. I decided to wait because it didn't come from them. And so they're very likely to come back during the ownership section of your coaching, and you'll be disappointed. They'll be disappointed. They'll get demoralized. And so make sure that your client is the one who comes up with, oh, I want to do this. I want to try that. And if they're overeager, because they'll get really excited during the explore phase if you're doing it right, just kind of help them. Just pick 2 or 3. Let's not do 5 or 6 things here. Let's just try these 2 or 3, and we'll talk about it when we get together next week. So then we get to the R, which is reassess. Now, at the very beginning, when you were doing the layout, the L of Go Learn, you had said, what are some things that you want to work on today? What are some things that you want to address? So during the R, you've just come up with the action plans. Okay, we know what we're going to do. You're going to do this in between now and the next session. The R is you come back, and this is one of the most important stages to help your client really feel like they're getting their money's worth from you. You would think it would be the action plan, but it's actually this. The R is reassess. And when you reassess, what you do is you go back into your notes and you say, at the very beginning, you said you wanted to address this point. Now, you may be addressing it precisely in the action plan, or maybe you've deviated a little bit. In the explore section, quite often, they'll realize, well, I said this, but what I really want is that. During the reassess section of your life coaching, this is where you say, now, at the beginning, you said you wanted this. Do you feel like we addressed that appropriately? And do you feel comfortable and confident that you have some action steps to address what we talked about at the beginning? That this really will address that. And in this time, it's just a couple of minutes, maybe 2 minutes of you saying, okay, good. It's been almost an hour. We only have about 2 minutes left. So I'm really glad that we've addressed this. You've gone back, you've made sure this is what they asked for at the beginning, and you show them at the end. I addressed it, and you have answers and solutions you did not have less than an hour ago. And so your client actually starts to feel really good and confident. Yeah, it was worth my time, and it was definitely worth my money to come and spend this time with you, the coach. And then you get to the N. The N is easy. Next session is what N stands for. And it's just you clarifying, hey, I've got you on the calendar every Tuesday at 4. Next Tuesday at 4, does that still work for you? Please look at your calendar. Good. If we need to change it, just let me know, because we want to keep this momentum going. And so you just clarify. This helps you. You don't want your schedule to be all over the place and people calling in, and you're supposed to be meeting for the session, and that's when you hear that they have a calendar conflict and they can't make it. It happens from time to time. But by spending this time at the end, now make sure it's on your calendar. Good, it's on my calendar. I'll see you next week at this time. That's it. Go learn. If you keep that acronym in your mind, you will feel so good and so confident as a life coach that you did everything you needed to. You didn't miss anything. And you will see within your 1-hour sessions, you will see very quickly your clients not only accomplishing a lot more, but their confidence goes up, and they will start referring you to a lot more of their loved ones and their friends, and bringing you a lot more work. I hope you found this helpful. If so, please click subscribe and like and share this video with your friends who are really interested in becoming life coaches and seeing what they can do to bring joy into other people's lives and to enjoy this great profession of helping people to get unstuck. I want to encourage you to go to our website, lifestyle.org. I've got a bunch of other material there for you. And until next time, I hope you have the most amazing life coach sessions ever. Watch us and win with us.